They moved into the old house and everything seemed fine until one night they heard creaks above. "Just rats," they said. But then the scratching started. Then they found this. It was an old mattress, one that had clearly seen better days. But it wasn't the only thing they found. They also found food. And at first they thought it was just some old stuff that the previous owner had left behind, but then they saw these drawings. It was a drawing of them, or at least it looked like them, and they weren't the only ones. There were all sorts of drawings of people sleeping in various positions. Some were detailed, some were not. It was creepy, but they tried to ignore it. After all, it was probably just some bored teenagers who had lived here before them. But then the nightmares started. Every night they would hear footsteps and muffled screams in their sleep. They'd wake up, and everything would be fine. No one else in the house seemed to hear anything. One day they decided to get rid of the mattress. As they were taking it out, they noticed that it looked like it had been cut into pieces and glued back together. Was that why it was so lumpy? Curiosity got the better of them. They started cutting into the mattress to find out. Inside they found old clothes, a doll, a shoe, and a very disturbing message written in what seemed to be blood. It read, "Don't sleep." Of course, they didn't listen. Why would they? They were exhausted from their day. But that night was different. As soon as their heads hit the pillows, they heard scratching sounds again, this time coming from inside the walls. They felt something wet and slimy crawling over them. They screamed, but no one could hear them. In the morning they told everyone about their horrible night, but no one believed them, so they decided to leave the house and go on vacation. Maybe some much-needed rest would help them forget about the horrible house. When they came back, though, the scratching was worse than before. They finally decided to call a priest. Maybe it was all just a figment of their imagination. But when he stepped into their bedroom, he turned pale. The priest began to cross himself and muttering prayers under his breath. Whatever was in that house was not of this world, and whatever it was angry. This story is based on a true story. The house in question still stands, and you can visit it for a very reasonable price. Just don't sleep there, because if you do, you might not make it out alive.